It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. We're coming close to the end of our elementary competition, and we have two grade schools here today vying for the chance to become one of the two finalists in our elementary competition. They have been here before. They have acquitted themselves beautifully. 6 outstanding young people. Let's meet them right now. First, from Glassmanor Elementary School, say hello to Jason. Jason is here representing his school, and our captain is Leon right there in the center, and Veronica is here too. She can't wait to get started here today. And they're playing Heather Hills. Eleanor is here today. She is a wonderful player, and Barron is there. He's doing a little dance over there. And Ezra is here. He's got great spirit and a great student as well. Here in the Science Bowl, we have 6 categories of questions, and here they are.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here in the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty, with the easier questions worth 5 and 10 points. The tougher ones, 15, 20, and ultimately 25. Everybody starts with 50 points. No penalties for incorrect answers. End of the two rounds today. One of these two good-looking teams will come back to play again for the chance to move on to the finals. Let's go over and make sure everything works before we start. Glassmanor, Leon, would you try that buzzer? Yeah, it looks good. It is sounding good, too. Good luck to you, Jason and Veronica. And Barron, how about Heather Hills? All right. He's got a confident push over there. Good luck to you, Eleanor and Ezra. May the better team win. We're proud of all you guys. You're just the best of the best. We go alphabetically G before H. So Glassmanor and Leon, let's do it.
Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points to start our game. The food that feeds more of the world's people than any other is this grain, which is grown in water-filled paddies. Heather Hills.
Rice.
Say it again.
Rice.
Rice is absolutely rice. Yes, more people eat rice than any other food on earth. Go again. Green.
Zoo Parade for 20, please.
Zoo for 20 is a visual question. If you could look at the monitor in the studio, please. We're going to show you a baby koala. So that baby koalas can eat eucalyptus leaves, their moms make a green goo called PAP, P-A-P, that is this P-initialed kind of liquid, the opposite of an antibiotic. Heather Hills.
What is it?
What you got?
Poison?
Not poison, no. This P-initialed green goop that mother koala feeds to her babies so that they can digest eucalyptus leaves is the opposite, is a P-initialed liquid, the opposite of an antibiotic. It's a probiotic. Anti and pro. Because you know you can eat yogurts that are probiotics. Okay, no points. Go again. Green. Barry.
Body systems for 10.
Body for 10. The muscles that control these move 100,000 times a day, and even more if you're doing a lot of reading. Heather Hills.
Eyes?
Your eyes, yeah. You're always moving your eyes. Muscles do that more times than you imagine. Go again, green. Good
Let's
answer.
get physical for 25.
Physical for 25 points. Big one in that category. A dry cell battery, like you put in a flashlight, has 2 of these T-initial connections. A positive one known as an anode. Glassmanor. What's that T-initial connection? What you got? Jason has an idea?
Pass it to Jason.
Not a terabyte. Good try. These T initial connections, Heather Hills, the positive one is known as the anode. The negative one is the cathode. These connections also have the same name as the end point applied to an airport. It's a terminal. You have two terminals on your battery. All right, no points that time. We go back to Heather Hills.
Green things for 20, please.
Green things for 20 points. In a book he wrote in 1862, Charles Darwin described this carnivorous plant as the most wonderful plant of them all.
Venus flytrap.
The Venus flytrap, very entertaining plant. You watch it, have a nice meal of a juicy fly. Yeah, go, Red. 5 points behind, Leon.
Super H for 15.
Super for 15 points. Let's do that. The practice of male cobras eating other male cobras for food and to eliminate competition for mates. Heather Hills.
Cannibalism?
That's right. They are cannibals, eating members of the same species, your own kind. Yes. All right. Good answer, guys. Go green.
Let's get physical for 15.
Physical for 15 points. Multiple choice. You all know what a greenhouse is. Some of the heat trapped in a greenhouse is lost through the glass by conduction, convection, or radiation. Glassmanor.
Radiation.
Not radiation, good try. Conduction, convection, or radiation, the way that some of the heat trapped in a greenhouse is lost through the glass.
Convection?
No, it's the first one, conduction. Go again, please, green.
Body systems for 15, please.
Again?
For 15, please.
Body systems for 15 points. Here's your question. Famous sleeper Rip Van Winkle must have had a huge dose of melatonin, a substance like adrenaline.
A hormone.
A hormone.
It is indeed a hormone. Thank you, Jason. Good answer there. All right, Red, let's go.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15. Some food manufacturers say that since these don't come from a lactating animal, the soy, oat, almond, and cashew beverages available in the dairy aisle.
What is it?
Heather Hills says
Plant-based milk?
milk is correct. Yes, indeed. Good answer. Thank you, Ezra, for your help over there. Go green.
Dateline science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Here's your question. The alien invasion of Earth, a fictional radio broadcast back in 1938 that caused panic all across America, is like the reaction that happened last December in the night sky over America when these were flying overhead. Heather Hills.
Comet?
Not comets. What was flying through the air over parts of America last December, and people were reminded of that alien invasion that never occurred back in 1938. What was flying in the sky?
Meteors.
Drones. There were drones up there. All right, the buzzer has rung. We've come to the end of the first round. It is a close game. Glassmanor was at 85. Heather Hills at 105. We'll be back with round two in just a moment. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the semifinal game here on Science Bowl. Two great teams here. Maybe you caught them earlier in the season. You know how good they are. If you didn't meet them before, let me give you the pleasure right now. Let's go over to Glassmanor. And Leon, tell us about your school. You're way down in the southern part of the county there. Who's your principal down there?
Our principal is Dr. Weldon.
Absolutely, out there rooting for you. And who's your coach?
Dr. Ibarra and Mr. Smith, but he's not here today because
you
of
said he had an emergency in his family or something that happened. So he's here in spirit today. I know he works so very hard with you. Any alternates on your team, Leon?
yes.
Who you got?
Efren and Misael.
Wonderful. We'll bring them out and give them some FaceTime here before the show is over. And tell us something about Glassmanor. What do you like about your school?
I like Glassmanor because of all the after-school activities. We have ELO, ELD, City Stars. We have cheerleading. We have Science Bowl Monday and Fridays, and Mainstream. And we also have robotics that's coming up.
I want to go to that school. That's a great school. There's so many things going on there. City Stars, I know about City Stars too. Yeah, that's a lot of work. What do you want to do someday, Leon? You told me that you're really good at making shirts. You make shirts for your dad, huh?
Yeah, I make shirts for him, but my true passion is really soccer.
Wonderful. True passion. That's a key word because you're going to be working for a long time in your life. Find something that you really like to do. Veronica, what do you want to do? You want to be a vet, don't you?
Yes.
When did you get interested in being a veterinarian?
Well, I got interested because my sister is becoming a doctor, but I wanted to be like kind of a doctor but help animals.
Absolutely. You know, animals need an awful lot of care, and you know, a lot of times I saw on television recently, you know what sloths are, how slow they are? Yeah. They found this sloth with a terrible toothache. You know, he was in so much pain. So they devised a way to get in there to extract that tooth and help that. I mean, if those people hadn't found out, just imagine the suffering that poor animal would have gone through. What do you like about Science Bowl, Veronica?
I like that we can learn new things about science.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're here. And we want to find out some of the things you know and can share with us. Jason, you're a great player. How do you know so much science?
I know so much science because I like to watch a lot of science videos and read science books.
All of that is helping you out here today. You're just terrific. What do you want to do someday, Jason?
I want to be a soccer player.
Soccer player, yeah. Well, you know, sports and science go together. You know, you've got to know exactly, you know, the arc of the ball, and you've got to know how your body works and the surface that you're playing on. So it is, yeah. You know, we talk about STEM and STEAM. All the subjects are related. Good luck in the second half. Barron, tell us about Heather Hills. You're over there in Bowie. We were over there recently filming kids news. A couple of your students did a really outstanding job. Who's your principal?
Our principal is Dr. Holland.
Wonderful. And how about your coach?
Our coach is Mr. Allen.
Mr. Allen, yes. I know him when he was the coach at Magnolia. So he's been part of Science Bowl for a long time. Robert, thank you for all your help over these years here. And any alternates on your team, Barron?
We have Joshua, Grace, and a Bungley.
Wonderful. Okay, so a shadow team out there.
Yeah.
Tell us about Heather Hills.
Heather Hills is a tag school. We had a pretty fun playground, but my favorite part is the garden.
Mm-hmm. So is it a garden where you guys get to go out and plant things and harvest things, or what?
Yeah, I believe there is a bit of planting. I believe that there is a club for it, although that's one thing that I'm not 100% sure about.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, tell us about your future. What do you want to do?
Marine biology generally, I'm very fascinated by what could be in the depths.
Yeah, the mysteries. We're all intrigued by mysteries out there. I like how you play the game. Eleanor, tell us about yourself. What do you do in your spare time?
I do a lot of things.
I know.
Like art, D&D somewhat. I do ice skating and martial art.
I was going to say, I was hoping you would mention martial arts too. Good for physical fitness. And someday, what are you going to do?
I would like to be a civil drafter. I would like to draw blueprints for like buildings and mainly bridges and skyscrapers.
Yeah, I bet you're a good math student too. And Ezra, you've come up with some great answers over there. How do you know so much science, young man?
I know so much science because I spend a lot of my time studying, and I like integrating science in a lot of my other hobbies.
Very good. Well, you're doing all the right things over there. And someday, what do you want to do?
When I grow up, I want to be an architect.
Architect, yeah. Well, again, I bet you're a good math student as well. Let's get back into our game. Close one, 85 to 105. Last correct answer came from the green team. So, Barron, let's go.
Science potpourri for 10, please.
Potpourri for 10 points. The 911 operator will call a toxicologist if you phone to say your little brother or sister has done what? Heather Hills.
Eaten or inhaled something poisonous.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Poison involved in some way. Nice answer. Go green.
Okay. Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo for 25. Get this. Scientists have discovered a small spot on the beaks of pigeons and other birds that contains a mineral that acts like one of these devices to help them navigate and find their way home.
Compass.
What is that device, Heather Hills?
Compass?
Not a compass. Good try, Glassmanor. What is that thing? A mineral, a spot on the beak of a pigeon that acts like one of these devices to help them navigate and find their way home. A magnet. A magnet, like a little piece of iron in there. All right, go again, please, green.
Things for 25. Also, the zoo parade for 25 hasn't been lit down.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you want this time?
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25 points. All right. The chemical known as menthol is what gives you that cooling sensation when you eat candy or chew gum made from this P initial plant. Glassmanor.
Peppermint.
Peppermint is right. That's it. All right, Jason, got yourself 25 more points, and look at that, almost a tie score. Glassmanor, let's go. Leon.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems, 20 points. Here we go. Multiple choice. Your body's hypothalamus in your brain is below the thalamus, above the thalamus, or side by side with the thalamus.
Below?
Below. Hypo is below and hyper is above. Nicely done. You know your prefixes. Go green.
Get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. The sweat on the outside of a glass filled with iced tea is what same condensate that's found on the grass in the morning. Heather Hills.
Dew?
Dew. Absolutely right. Yes, indeed. Good go.
Body systems for 25.
Body for 25. Big one in that category. This is quite interesting. Whether you're a human being, a dog, or an elephant, it takes about 20 seconds to urinate, which is the emptying of this body part. Glassmanor.
The kidney?
Not the
No,
kidneys.
the bladder.
Not the kidneys. Heather Hills, what body part is emptied when you urinate?
Bladder?
The bladder is right. Yes, indeed. Go green.
Loud.
Baron?
Okay, science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25. Big one in that category. Two-part answer. Alligators are different from crocodiles in having shorter versions of these two long bones. One in the arm.
Femur and radius?
Good try. Good try. Glassmanor. Alligators different from crocodiles in having shorter versions of these two long bones, one in the arm and the other in the leg.
The femur and the humerus.
That's exactly right. Good comeback. Good. Go red.
Science potpourri for 20 points.
Potpourri for 20, multiple choice. Since iPhones claim they can be underwater up to a meter deep, say in a pool or a toilet, for up to 30 minutes and still work, it means the phones are which of the following? Water repellent, water resistant, or water reinforced? Glassmanor.
Pass it to Jason.
The second one?
The second one is that correct? Let me just give you the choices again. Let me see what we got here. Resistant is correct. Yes, sir. Good. Go.
25, 25. Dateline science for 20.
Dateline 20 points. All right. This is awful news. The United States has officially eradicated what has been called the polar bear of the insect world, a murderous one of these H-initialed insects that came from Asia that is killing off all of our honeybees. Heather Hills. Yes, sir.
We don't have any idea.
Glassmanor, what is this H-initialed insect that came from Asia and is killing off all of our honeybees? It is called the polar bear of the insect world.
Hornet.
A hornet is correct. Yes, sir. Good. Go.
Dateline science for 25 points.
Dateline for 25 is a visual question. Look at the monitor, please, in the studio. Scientists have discovered that the bubble-shaped head of a beluga whale, that's a beluga whale, called a melon, contains fat deposits and helps the whales perform this echolocation.
Yes.
That is correct. It is echolocation. All
Thank
right.
you
He
so much,
jumped in
Dory.
there. Leon was waiting for that one. All right. Okay, young man. Good job. Go.
10 points. Dateline science for 10 points.
Dateline 10 for 10 points. Scientists now say that drinking rainwater anywhere on Earth is not safe because it contains PFAs, which are what kind of F initial toxic chemicals that never go away?
Chemicals.
Forever chemicals is right. Yes, sir. Good. Go. All right, we have not too many questions left. Still anybody's game.
Green things.
Just a reminder, make sure you wait until we recognize you. I know you want to answer. So far it's been okay, but make sure you wait. We wait until you get recognized. Go.
Okay. Green things for 10 points.
Green for 10. The green color of spinach pasta is not artificial. Rather, it comes from what plant pigment? Heather Hills.
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll is right. Yes, indeed. Go green.
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo for 10. Here's your question. If a domesticated animal like a dog or cat, Veronica may know about this, if it starts living as a wild animal, it's known by what F initial term?
Feral. Feral.
Feral is right, yes.
Let's get physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10 points and a tie if you get it right. The most abundant metallic chemical element found in the Earth's crust, which took the place of tin in the manufacture of many cans. Iron. Heather Hills?
Iron?
Not iron. Glassmanor, this chemical element, the most abundant metallic element in the Earth's crust, which took the place of tin in the manufacture of many cans, has the symbol capital A, small l.
Aluminum.
Aluminum is correct. Yes, indeed. Good. Go Glassmanor.
Super 8 for 5 points.
Super 8 for 5. Dr. Seuss's Grinch dressed up his dog Max as a reindeer by tying these to the dog's head.
Antlers.
Heather Hills.
Antlers?
Yeah, he put some antlers up there and sawed a couple of them off. Good. Go.
Green things for 5.
Green for 5. Here's your question. Some scientists believe there's such a thing as plant intelligence. How else to explain this plant part's knowing to change its growth direction when it hits a large object like a rock? Heather Hills.
Roots?
The roots, absolutely right. Good. Go.
Body systems for 5.
Body for 5. You can bite your tongue. You can wrinkle your nose. You can cross your eyes. And if you're not careful, you can stub your what?
Toe. Toe.
Your toe is absolutely right. Yes, indeed. All right. 3 questions left. Glassmanor, go.
Let's get physical for 5 points.
Physical for 5. Astronomer Mike Brown is trying to make up for killing off this planet by saying he and a colleague, Glassmanor.
Pluto.
Pluto, that's right. He says he's found a new number 9 out there somewhere. Yeah, he is much hated for what he did. Go. Red.
Science potpourri for 5 points.
Potpourri for 5. It's been found that zoo animals like to roll around in the mixture of cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg that is better known as what spice? Heather Hills.
Paprika?
Not paprika. Glassmanor. A mixture of cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg is very attractive to zoo animals. I'd like to roll around it. It's known as what spice? What you got?
Pass it to Veronica.
Veronica?
Catnip.
No. Pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. Last question of the game. Dateline for 5 points. Here it is. This year, the world celebrated the 36th anniversary of Pi Day on what date?
14.
Glassmanor.
Pass it to Jason.
March 14th.
March 14th it is, and that means our game is over. It looks like Glassmanor has done it. Congratulations, guys. We'll be back with a wrap-up of our score. Don't you go away. And welcome back. It was a close game right until the very end. Our players here today, they just showed why they are elite science students. All their preparation paid off today. They are both winning teams here today. I know you would agree with me. How they know so much, you probably ask yourself, how do they know that? This is a lot of practice. It's a lot of work behind the scenes. Their principals, their coaches, and the alternates as well. Our final tally is Heather Hills 210, Glassmanor 235. Let's have a round of applause for Glassmanor. Guys, you did it. Leon, tell us who's back there.
This is Dr. Weldon, our principal.
Yes.
This is Misael, our alternate. This is Dr. Ibarra, our coach. And this is Ephron, our alternate.
You did a nice job there, and we're going to see you in the final. Heather Hills, you came this close. You are a winning school. You were the original winner in Science Bowl. If you look at the Hall of Fame way back, 39 years ago, so you have a tradition of winning here. Baron, tell us who's back there.
We have Joshua as our alternate. We also have Grayson Abungley, and then our coach is Mr. Allen.
You can't forget the coach back there, Mr. Allen, who's been with us for so many years. Robert, great to have you here today. Let's give them a nice round of applause, that Heather Hills team. Everybody should be smiling. Yeah, you brought a lot of honor to yourselves and your families and to your school. And thank you for watching. Next up, the elementary final. It is Templeton versus Glassmanor. Don't miss it. I'm Dave Zare. See you then. Bye-bye.